Hey guys, what's up? Spenny here. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do in a stock market crash. Now, this strategy can bring you 3x market returns, and you can do it without going on margin. This is a relatively safe strategy if you utilize it correctly. Now, if you use this strategy incorrectly, it can be devastating to your portfolio. But I actually only condone ever using this strategy in a full-on crash. I would never buy any of these stocks in a regular market. So if you are preparing for a stock market crash, because there's tons of billionaire investors out there, YouTube gurus, all calling for this big crash. So if you're somebody who is worried about a crash coming, you obviously need to have a plan prepared. This is something that I will personally use if the stock market crashes 30+%. That's the only time I will ever use this strategy, but it's very effective in that scenario. So before we do get into this video, make sure to drop this video a big thumbs up if you find it informative, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So the strategy I'm talking about is using triple levered ETFs. Now, that sounds risky, and because it is risky if you use it the wrong way. Like I said, the only time you should be using a triple leverage ETF is after a huge crash where you have limited downside but lots of upside. That is when you want to use it. Let me show you the kind of returns you can see from using this compared to investing into a regular ETF. So here I have an ETF called TQQQ. This follows the NASDAQ 100. So you got your big popular stocks such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Tesla. So you're really big, safe tech stocks. These are blue chip companies. Now, instead of buying them all individually, you can actually just use a triple levered ETF and get massive gains. So if we go back to the March crash, you guys would have seen massive returns if you just bought this one simple ETF. Let me show you the kind of returns we're talking about. We go from March all the way till now. You're gonna be surprised here. Let's see. 594% over the past year by investing into an ETF. Not some, super speculative high risk stock. Literally, an ETF can return almost 600% if you time it right. Now, of course, there's massive risk for this. You see, if you were to just invest in this in regular, old times like in 2018 or 2019, but you held it through that March crash, your portfolio would have been devastated. I'll show you the kind of amount of money you would have lost here. So instead of losing about 35% in that March crash, you would have lost around 73%. So 73% is obviously absolutely devastating for any portfolio, and that's why I never recommend using this in regular times. The only time to use a triple leverage ETF is after a stock market crash. Now I want to show you guys what your returns would have been if you just invested in a regular old NASDAQ ETF, something that just tracks the NASDAQ. So if we go back to the March crash, go to the low, use our ruler tool here, we would have returned, we would have returned 125%. So instead of getting that 600%, you would have got 125%. That is the power of a leveraged ETF. And obviously, if you are very daring, you could also throw in margin on this. I really don't recommend that. And if you are going to use a leveraged ETF, you want to really ease into it. So you want a dollar cost average into it. If the stock market crashes 30%, don't go throw your entire portfolio in this, because you never know. We could see a 50, 80% crash. You never know how low the stock market can go. So in a stock market crash scenario, guys, average into this kind of strategy and it can pay off very well. Anyways, guys, this is all I have for you in today's video. If you find this informative and you like this strategy, show me by dropping a big thumbs up on the video, and make sure to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts around using a leveraged ETF after a stock market crash. Anyways, really appreciate you guys watching until the end. I'll see you on the next video.